There are about 100 billion galaxies in the universe. For roughly 13 billion years, they've swarmed around each other, colliding and merging, undergoing rapid star formation and suffering periods of drought, where no new stars are born. They range in size and shape, from small dwarf galaxies to the beautiful and graceful mid-range spiral galaxies to the gigantic and ancient ellipticals. The smallest, the dwarf galaxies, can be as small as 200 light-years across and not much more massive than a star cluster. They contain as few as 100 million stars and act as shepherds of most of the spiral galaxies we see today. The largest galaxies in the universe are the ellipticals. They are featureless collections of very old stars that range in shape from nearly spherical to highly flat and contain as many as 1 trillion stars. So an intriguing question to ask is, of all these giant galaxies in the universe, which one is the largest? What is the largest galaxy we've ever seen? The answer is this one. Known as IC 1101, this galaxy is located 1 billion light-years away in the constellation Serpens. This is the largest galaxy in the known universe. It is enormous. It has a diameter of 6 million light-years and a mass of over 100 trillion stars, with most of that mass in the form of elusive dark matter. IC 1101 is more than 50 times the size of our Milky Way galaxy and 2,000 times as massive. If it were put in place of our galaxy, it would swallow up the Large Magellanic Cloud, Small Magellanic Cloud, the Andromeda Galaxy, and the Triangulum Galaxy. IC 1101 has spent most of its life colliding with other galaxies and owes its size to these collisions. Over billions of years, galaxies about the size of the Milky Way and Andromeda have been merging together to sculpt and shape this titan of the cosmos.
मुनीन्द्र वृंदवंदिते त्रिलोक शोकहारिणि प्रसन्नवक्त्र पंकजे निकुंज भूविलासिनी व्रजेन्द्र भानुनंदिनी व्रजेन्द्र सूनु संगते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम् कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम्. Today, 31st August 2017, Thursday, I wish you all our viewers a very happy Radhastami, and I want to continue this video on Saturday, but due to Ekadasi, I have to prepone the program. And today is Dasami and Thursday, which is a very auspicious day for Siddha Yogams. And it is also auspicious to recite Radha Krupa Kataksha Stavam on Dasami, that is the 10th lunar phase day. And in coming videos, I would like to have a very special footage on the Radhakuta Krupa Kataksham to remove all our past karma deeds by the grace of Sri Radhaji by reciting Krupa Kataksha Stavam, which consists of 12 slokas corresponding to 12 signs. But today we will continue our lesson, that is Sutra 3 and 4. So earlier we have gone through Upadesam Vyakhyasya and Abhipasyanti Rukshani, and we have seen that there is a aspecting relationship between Cancer and Aquarius by decoding the sutra Abhipasyanti Rukshani. Now we have the next two sutras, which all of you have already recited, I assume, and this completes our first mantra, which we have taken initiation, that is Upadesam. And this sutra, that is the 4 sutras, form the not only mantra. By reciting this 4, I expect that one day or other moment, by grace of Jaimini Maharshi and Uma, that is the presiding deity of these sutras, who is Sakshat, the consort of Shiva. But the sutras, when we recite, keep in mind that have all the faith and concentration, and you will be definitely seeing the results when we try to study the subject, both demonstration and analytical and philosophical. But this mantra forms the key, like Sarvatra Savarna Bhavarasya. This mantra also initiates. It's very important for us. So, we'll continue this mantra, the second part, that is Parsvabhecha and Tannistascha Tattvat. They are the 2 sutras, 3 and 4 numbered, in Upadeso Nama Prathama Adhyaye, Dharmo Nama Prathama Padaha. Now, coming to this Parsvabhecha, and there is, as I was telling to you, our Parampara part, which I have written in a secret, that is bracket part, bracket portion. I will definitely deal with that secret part in a later session, not now. But Parsvabhecha means, as per our understanding of Katapaya, we have Parsva Bhecha. So we have to differentiate or separate the sutras in 3 parts, just like Abhi Pasyanti Rukshani. So there are 3 meaningful words. So just like that, Abhi Pasyanti Rukshani is 3, Parsva Bhecha, they are the parts of the sutras. So we have 3 in the Avipasyanti and also 3 in Parsavecha. Why I am telling this 3, we will come later on. But keep it in mind for the time being. Now Parsva is, if you have gone through that mantra, that is Sutras, please keep that and write it down, make a note of it and recite it, so that I will also give the different text form in this video also, don't worry about it. But Parsva is, Pa is one which is a consonant. Another is letter Swa, Parsva. It is a combination of 3 letters, Ra, Sa and Va. So earlier we have Pasyanti, Sya, it is a 2-lettered conjunction of letters, whereas here we have 3 conjunctions, that is Ra, Sa and Va. So these 3, when we utter Parsva, the last letter which we have uttered is Va. So which is also a consonant, Ya, Ra, La, Va. So Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma, in that order. Pa is number 1. Swa, that is Parsva, Va is number 4. So what is we have? The Parsva is decoded as 1 and 4, that is 14. Now this is the root Bija Sankhya, which we have to apply the rule Ankanam Vamato Gatihi. That means numbers have to be read from right to left. So when we read that right to left, then the number 14 becomes 41. Okay. Now, if you remember, Abhi is 04. When we reverse, we got 40. Now, Parsva, when we reverse, we got 41. So we can see a continuity. Okay, fine. Now when, just like we have divided 40 by 12, we got 4. We also continue the same process by the rule Sarvatra Savarana Bhava Rasyasya. So by dividing with the 12, denoting number of signs, so 41 when divided by 12, the remainder is 5. Earlier in 40, when we divided, we got remainder 4. But here we have 5. Right? So, earlier Abhi represents Cancer, whereas now Parsva represents, when counted from Aries, which is the beginning of the zodiac, when we start with starting point. The 5th sign is Leo. Right? Okay. Now, Leo means lion. Lion, just like a crab, its eyes are also frontal. That means they face in this fashion. Right. Now, Parsva you got as a lion. Bhe stands for a single letter, stands for Bha. That is, Bha means signs, or which that is bright, or that which gives light. Bhasa. That is to glow. Then the one which glows, it is star or constellation. So Bhe means in that constellation. Means Parsvabhe means in Leo. What is in Leo? The aspect which earlier was telling, it is Abhi, is also should be taken here. Also means Cha. Cha is implies also. So we have to take such type of frontal aspect in respect to Leo. Right? Okay. So when we take that Leo aspects frontally, now which sign it will aspect frontally? So Cha is means also. Also means many times. It can have also many times. So Cha is number 6. So Kakha Gaghanya Cha Cha Ja Cha. In that order we have Cha as number 6. Means Leo aspects 6th. Now, whether we have to take from Aries or we have to take from Leo. That's very important. Now, when it comes to this logic here, Pa is also the first letter Pa is Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. Just like A falls in Kritika, Pa is also in Uttara Phalguni. However, Uttara Phalguni star first Pada falls in Leo and 3 Padas falls in Kanya Rasi. Anyhow, but some part is lying in Leo. Okay. So, when we take this 6, that is Cha as 6 from Leo, we'll see what happens. So, counting from Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and 6th sign is Capricorn. Fine. But when we count from Aries, what will we settle? To Virgo. So, we have to see the meaning, because Sarvatra Savarana Bhava Rasasya. Bhava is expression and meaning, some intrinsic or esoteric or internal meaning we have to see. We should have an inner eye to decode the sutra, to decode the mantra. Should have an inner eye. Now that is where parampara and acharya's intervention comes. So when we see Leo as per Parsvabecha, it should either aspect Virgo or it should go to Capricorn. Now, earlier I had established the theory of prey and predator, because predator has frontal positioned vision, whereas prey is having a lateral positioned vision. Okay? So, if such case, then predator, it should be lion, because Capricorn is deer, first half portion, and another half portion is Capricorn, half portion is crocodile. That is, first portion is on that living beings survival land portion, that is earth. Half other portion comes in the water, that is crocodile or aquatic life form. Fine. Now when we see in nature, generally lion is not hunting any woman. Virgo means a woman. So it is a animal which generally hunts another animal. So it is logical to see that Leo aspects Capricorn rather than Virgo. That is the bhava. Sarvatra savarna bhava rasyasya. Though chakaram, that is cha, permits the sixth, that would be from Mesha, that is Aries, a Virgo sign. And when we see through bhava, we have to reorganize our thinking. So we have to strike a logic. So when we see in that angle, we will have here predator as Leo, that is lion, and prey as deer, Capricorn. That is sensible. Now, these two, once they are established, Parso Beja represents the another, which is a frontal aspect between two sides. Earlier we have Cancer to Aquarius. Now here from Leo to Capricorn. Nice. Now in this analysis, it is very clearly evident that Leo is a predator. No doubt in that. But earlier in Aquarius and Cancer pair, we thought that Cancer, because of its frontal positioning of eyes, is supposed to be a predator. And whereas Aquarius, which is spot, we thought it is as a prey. But when we look further, Aquarius is not only a pot, it is the pot bearer. Means the one who holds or carries the pot. So as I was telling, the crab bucket phenomena, here the human who is carrying the pot is supposed to be a fisherman. Now, fisherman is a predator here. So he catch hold of the Capricorn, that is, crab, and puts in the bucket, in the pot. Now, crab is trying to or struggling to get out of the clutches of pot. Right? In similar fashion, deer, which is being hunted by the predator, which is lion, tries to escape from the clutches of lion. So that is the two pairs, Avipasyanti Rukshani and Parsvabeja, these two have one thing in common. That is, prey always tries to or struggles to get out of the clutches of the predator, whereas the predator catch holds of the prey. This is the nature. So this is quite logical rather than going to Virgo sign. When this is the system, we have very important rule or nature which can be derived from this analysis. 1. Prey and predator, no doubt. But predator observes the prey very in a fixed position. It doesn't move. It concentrates on the prey. That's why entire picture of what its vision or target is directed and converging in its brain. So when these two visions converge and communicate inside the brain, it forms as a triangle, which is called drushtikonam, or the angle of vision. Now the word angle has come. konam has come. So this is the concept. So we have prey and predator, fine, that is one concept. Another concept is fixed, that is predator is a fixed, whereas prey is hunted. Because it is hunted by the predator, it tries to escape, so it always be in a moving, it is a fast moving. So prey is movable nature, predator is a stationary or fixed in nature. Good. We have prey and predator. Second concept, fixed and movable. That's the beauty of Jaimini. Any book when we refer other than Jaimini Sutras, like Paladipika, Horashara, Saravali, Brihajjatakam, or Parashara Horashastra, many books, they generally give the description of their contents as categorically signs, planets, bhavas, houses, I like that. They mention very specifically and elaborately, so that people who cannot understand this deep science, they are in that aspect, they are very favoring to the public or people or to service. Whereas sutras are very short, they convey a lot of message through many layers, but we only require sadhana by taking the initiation and daily doing that initiation, in reciting it at least for 1 hour. Then when we get that sutra meditated and absorbed inside, we will be open our eyes, vision to what Maharshi is trying to say. This is a real learning of the subject. So there in that other subjects or in other schools, for example Brihat Parashara Horashastra, there is a dialogue between a guru and shishya. Whereas Jaimini Sutras, we don't see any guru, any shishya. It's a statements. They are like statements. So they are atitam, beyond guru shishya. Though guru shishya is very important, but when you once get initiated from your guru, when you do your sadhana, then you, by grace of guru, I don't demean or belittle, but by your own sadhana, you can exceed or progress over or master over the subject and may take lead, and you may also see what your guru hasn't seen also. It's also possible. So Maharshi favors such concept. So he doesn't want to come in the sutras by saying, I am telling, you are listening, such type of things. But simply he says the statement, whichever, that is Satyam Parandhimahi, which is existing forever and it will be forever, in spite of all persons or places or things. So once this philosophy, by reciting, by parampara, our parampara, we obtained such logic like these things. So prey and predator, fixed and movable. So we have now quantities coming out, because other subjects, other books have what they have told. They are now coming. They are coming. They are surfacing, but in a different manner, right? The way it is being presented, you have to appreciate. The way Maharshi has visualized the sutras, we have to appreciate. Or maybe who has given initiation for him, we have to appreciate. So anyhow, movable fixed, we have come. Another we came across called angle of vision, which is called kona. In Sanskrit, it is called kona. But kona means it is a corner or a pointed object. Where it is being pointed? It is pointed inside our brain. That is our optic center, nerve center, wherever it is there, we are observing. Just like that, all living beings also observe. But whereas prey is having a divergent view, it is not converging. But a predator's eyes so located in a position to get converged, and this aspect is called Arjuna Drishti. Make note of this point. Arjuna and Duryodhana once were tested by Dronacharya. So in that test, Dronacharya asked Duryodhana to shoot with arrow a bird on a tree. So while he is about to shoot the arrow, Dronacharya asked Duryodhana, what you are seeing? Duryodhana told that I am seeing the trees, leaves, everything. But he didn't see the bird. He asked, did you see the bird? Yes, I am seeing, but I am seeing others also. Okay then, you go away. Then again ask Arjuna, what you are seeing? Arjuna says, I am seeing the eye of that bird. Do you see anything? No, I don't see anything. I only see the eye of the bird. This is the concept what Maharshi, because he is also of Mahabharata era, he highlights such type of each and every aspect of Mahabharata because it is being written by Vyasa, his guru. He highlights them, such finer aspects of Mahabharata, wherever it comes in astrological parallels, he tries to tell them. In future coming videos, we will be learning each and every sutra in Mahabharata, in Bhagavata, every aspect at every level. Don't worry about it. But for the time being, Arjuna is a predated type of vision. He is more concentrated. And Duryodhana is a prey type of vision. Now this is very important for us. This is like now in a warfare, in present warfare, if you take, you can search in Wikipedia a very important pair called shooter and sighter. For a shooter with the telescopic gun, he requires an assistant who will be adjacent to him, looking through binoculars, and his vision is more, whereas by his direction, by his guidance, the telescope person who is the shooter will try to pinpoint on the point where he wants to shoot. By the assistance of sighter, the shooter will try to hit the goal. This is a pair called shooter and sighter concept in warfare. This is the same concept. It was there in Mahabharata, where Arjuna is the shooter. Who is the sighter? Swayam Paramatma, Krishna, is the sighter. That is the secret of entire Mahabharata. Duryodhana couldn't understand the philosophy, so he failed to, when he was offered by Krishna, he failed because he is Mandabuddhi. He couldn't understand the philosophy, so he asked all the Sena of Krishna. But Arjuna asked only one, I want, Lord Krishna, you are my guide and soul. You be with me. So, who visualize everything who is Sarvagna is Bhagavan. Like spotter, one who have an entire vision, Sarvagna. But whereas the shooter, by the help of the Sarvagna, is Vijaya, was called Vijaya because victorious, the one who is victorious, winner. This is the concept Maharshi is trying to tell. So not only Abhipasyanti Rukshani Parsva just by learning them, by just taking the books and Chara, Sthira, that is movable science aspects, fixed science, and fixed science also aspects, movable science, and dual science or mutable science, aspect mutable science. As this is what everyone try to tell. But where is the direct authority? We are taking Urdhakarikas or some other help, which is like Duryodhana or side view. When you are focused on Guru, when you are focused on mantra, when you are focused on your inspiration or bliss, is so clear and focused, you don't require any other things, just only Guru and his words, Upadesam. So, by Abhimukha, that is facing Guru, then you will have a frontal view by looking into his eyes. So, when we look into any person's eyes, we can read the mind of the person. That is the important. And we should also have a lot of guts to look into anyone's eyes. And if you are a very truth-speaking person, it's very difficult to anyone look at your face because you are the truth. Truth is Satyam Parandhimi. So in this way, we have fixed and movable when we see the prey and predator concept. Not by just defining this is the sign fixed or this is the sign movable. No, not at all. It's not like that. The nature tells you. You have to understand from the nature. What nature is telling to you. So that is the concept of Maharshi. So he establishes this relationship by Leo aspecting Capricorn. That is because lion is fixed on its concentration, it is fixed sign. Because Capricorn, that is deer, is very anxious, very hurry, very fearing some, and it will be in a hurry to escape. So it is a movable nature. So these two in nature, they represent in physics kinetic energy and potential energy. These two very important. We will come again later on in many layers. Every sutra has its own meaning in physics. It's having a lot of implication in mathematics. It is having a lot of implications in biology. It is a lot of implications in economics, geopolitics, everything. Because astrology means everything. Light. Knowledge of light. So not only just looking your family, your children, your job, livelihood. No. This is a very low level of understanding. Very high level of understanding is, you should have an high level of understanding. My view is that when you aim at the high, it's very easy to get down also. You can easily analyze the simpler things when your aim is very high. So, my motto to bring you all the different way of looking into Jaimini, because Jaimini himself wants us to look in that way. If we do other than this, it is a belittling of him or his knowledge. It is aparadham. So, how we got myself? It is only by parampara and by total recitation of these sutras daily. So now, we have three concepts: prey and predator, fixed and movable. Another is konam, that is angle of vision. Now we have to fix which one is the angle of vision. It's very easy now for you. The one which is prey is a mobile, which is not having any vision of converging nature. So it is taken as movable, is taken as non-angle, no angle at all. Okay. In these two sutras, he is trying to establish. He is just given guidance. It is not that every sutra, every science should be explained. He tells the core principle. From that, we have to understand many things. He gives a guidance. Now, when we see Leo, because it is fixed, we should have a konam here in Leo. Whereas earlier, we are in the impression that crab is the predator. But you have to observe one thing. Pasya we have 11. When we interchanged by reversing them, there is no any change. Not only that, I think you have got already. That is, Abhi is 04. Okay? When we reverse it and divide by 12, also remainder is 4. So that is very important. We have to understand the logic of maths also. So Abhi and Pasya doesn't change. And the result, that is the remainder doesn't change. Before and after. So that means the drushti, which is Abhimukha drushti, is very important. This is never changes, which is nothing but parinayam. And we take a couple, okay, when they see eye to eye, just like I was telling that when you look into a man's eyes, you will be knowing his mind. Just like that, in our tradition, that is Indian tradition, during marriage, there will be a screen in between the bride and bridegroom. At that right muhurta, auspicious muhurta, that screen will be removed so that they both aspect each other. This is called parinayam. That is the first, actually, the real meaning of marriage. The real meaning of soul's unity or union of souls. But okay, when we come again to our sutras, we have a Moola trikona, which will come later, but trikona is there. Now this trikona word is applicable to Leo, whereas in Cancer and Aquarius, who is struggling? Pot doesn't struggle. It will be staying like that, stable. Whereas crab tries always to come out of the pot. So, because of its movable nature, now Cancer is not having any angle of vision. Whereas the pot is supposed to have an angle of vision. Angle of vision means the air which comes and water and the level of water will have a resonance. We have a notes of music. So these form as an angle so that the sound vibrates in a different notes. That's how Aquarius represents, and Aquarius should have a angle, converging angle. It converges them. Leo converges, Aquarius converges. Means we have signs fixed, these two, they are fixed, and they are honored with another quality called konam, that is angle of vision. Now we have konam established. So prey and predator, from prey and predator by nature, we have got mobile and fixed. From mobile fixed we moved into a higher level called vision, trikonam, that is drushtikonam, angle of vision. From that we derived that Aquarius is having some special additional quality when compared to Cancer, and Lion is having an additional quality when compared to Capricorn. Okay, that is a third concept. Now when this Parsa Becha is taken, now we have fixed and movable, fine. Now, why he is telling about these two sign pairs? Why not others there? Because there are 8 remaining are 8 signs we have. So there is a special consideration for this set of pairs. We will come later, not now. But please remember that which is very difficult thing is being solved by Maharshi in the first these 2 sutras itself. So he solves a peculiar nature of Aquarius and Cancer, Capricorn and Leo. Now, Parsva Becha means here the side. Parsva means sides. So what is side? So when we start with Abhi, that is Cancer, we should definitely have sides, 2 signs, which are Gemini and Leo. Okay. So the 2 signs which are sides to Cancer, now Maharshi removes the doubt that Gemini is not considered because of Parsva. The word Parsva represents 5, which is Leo. We have to consider the Parsva sign for Cancer is Leo, rather than taking the 12th sign. I'll come to later on that aspect. But now we have another quantity or property, that is after Cancer, which one we should follow, whether to go Parsva means 2 signs, whether we have to go Gemini or we have to go for Leo. So Parsva, when taken by Katapaya, it happens to be Leo's 5th sign. Means there is no doubt, that the doubt is removed. So the 2nd sign from Cancer, which is Leo, we have to take. That means here Maharshi is simply establishing one type of reckoning of signs, the order of signs, which is called a regular order, that is clockwise direction, which is called Udaya Chakra. Udaya means which ascends. So generally after Cancer, when we see the horizon at the horizon, after Cancer, the next sign which arises is Leo. So here Maharshi doesn't say anything about which are very important notation, will come later on, but he only sticks to a type of reckoning of or the order of counting as clockwise direction by stating Parsva, by means that is Leo, from Cancer, that is 2nd sign, which is a clockwise direction. That is how these 2 sutras state clockwise direction of reckoning, fixed and movable, and angle of vision, and prey and predator. 4 points we have within these 2 sutras. Now, can we go further about this? Yeah, we can go. Why? The word single letter Cha means also. Also, it implies many things. Also, we can apply it also. So when we repeat again, we'll have another analogy. We'll see that. Now, because we took Parsva, we have to take now, because there are 3, that is 3 words, Parsva, Bhe, Cha. Just like Abhi, Asyanti, Kshani. Now we join two words or letters, that is Parsva, Bhe, and we'll take the Katapaya. It's a meaningful word. That is Parsva, Bhe means the one which is the sign on the adjacent. That is the meaning of Parsva, Bhe. So Parsva, Bhe is, when we take the Katapaya, will be 4, 4, 1. Bhe is 4, Pappa, Bappa. Therefore, when we reverse it, 4, 4, 1, 441. And 441 divided by 12, the remainder is 9. Oh, very good. Now, what is this 9? It can be 9 from Aries or it can be from Leo. Again, same question comes. So, when we take from Leo, the 9th one is, because the order of reckoning is clockwise already established, so we have to go from Leo in a clockwise direction. The 9th sign, that is Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces and Aries. The 9th sign from Leo is Aries. So Aries is also a prey. My goodness. It's a prey. It's a ram. Right? So generally Leo not only hunts the deer, it can also hunt which one? Aries. So Parsva means side. So Leo aspects Aries. Fine. But when we take from Aries, 9th sign is Sagittarius. So does Leo aspect Sagittarius? Very good question. Now Sagittarius, when we come, is it a prey completely? So when we look into that, it is not a prey completely, because the first half is human being with an arrow, and the later part is a horse. So you cannot apply here, because lion cannot, maybe it will hunt human beings also, but generally it hunts animals. So human being is very superior to lion, so it doesn't apply here. The rule doesn't come over here. So we have to be very sensible in our understanding. So we have to discard that option. When we discard such option, so Parsabhe means 9th sign. 9th sign from Aries. From Aries, when we see, it comes to Sagittarius, which is a dual sign. Why I say it's a dual? Because of Maharshi is trying to first establish the nature of dual. The duality is, already we have come across two natures. One is movable and fixed, prey and predator, right? When these two combine into one single sign, what it will be look like? It can be Sagittarius only. So Sagittarius, first portion is a human with an arrow who is hunting, who is like a predator. And he is riding on a horse. So riding on a horse means it's a movable horse. So it is both kinetic and potential. That is a specialty of Sagittarius. So that is the fortune. That is the bhagya. That is the bhagya means divided. Divided means both light and dark, maybe fortune and misfortune. Maybe. Okay, fine. We will go later on. But now, as per the just looking into the nature of that signs form, Sagittarius is half part is a human being, another half part is an animal. So therefore, it's a biped and quadruped. So lion generally doesn't try to attack a human being. Okay. Now then Sagittarius aspects what? So Parsabhecha means Cha, we have 6th sign. Cha is also 6th sign. So 6th sign means from Aries when we take it becomes Leo, Virgo. So Sagittarius aspects a dual sign called Virgo by Parsva, not Abhimukha, not frontal side. So you may ask, when it is human beings, just when you are told example of bride and bridegroom, so Sagittarius is human beings and Virgo is a virgin. So when they both look into each other, it should be definitely Abhimukha Drishti. Why you are telling Parsvadrashti? Yeah. But Sagittarius is not completely a human being. So we have to consider that part. So it is a half human and half quadruped. So due to that nature, it has a side aspect Parsvadrashti to Kanya, that is Virgo sign. That means from this Parsabhe, we have a dual nature of sign. Dual nature means by formation of Sagittarius or looking into sky, when we look into sky, maybe connecting the dots. So that forms such type of shapes, which is observed by many civilizations. So once we take into such aspect into consideration, Sagittarius aspects Virgo. Good. With a not frontal but a lateral view. So we have now established prey, predator, fixed, movable, and trikonam, that is angle of vision. Another one is very important. What is that? This is the side aspect of Sagittarius, that is dual nature, and dual sign aspects and dual sign. Now Virgo is a dual sign. Is it a dual sign? Did it anywhere mention? So we'll definitely, when we look into the nature of that sign, it is a Virgo holding in one hand lamp, another hand a corn, and she is on a boat. So this is how the description of signs are being observed by many civilizations. So in the first half portion, it is a lamp which should be a fixed, because if it is moves, you cannot have a light. So it should be fixed. So the first portion of lamp, because it's near to Leo, which is a fixed one, so it's a fixed nature. And corn, which is due to air, it moves and it also grows. So it is a movable, and it is towards Libra, which is a mercantile, that is a business oriented nature. So the one which we sow and agriculture, whatever the products we sell in the market. So that half portion is towards Libra. It's a market yard. So Kanya, that is Virgo, is a dual nature by holding a lamp in one hand, that is right hand, and holding a corn, that grass or whatever it is there, in the left hand. And these two are being observed as the right hand is towards Leo, which is a fixed sign, and the left hand, which is towards near to Libra, which is a movable sign. In this way, Virgo is also a dual nature. So dual nature quality we have now encountered. Not only fixed and movable, we have a dual nature. So in this way, Maharshi establishes Parsabhecha. Now in that Parsabhe, we have also Leo aspecting Aries. Okay, movable fixed is aspecting, because Aries is a ram which tries to ascend a mountain and tries to eat the latest, that is the spring blossoming leaves or springing leaves, very delicate leaves and fresh leaves, Sakahari, vegetarian. So such type of animals are being hunted by tiger or cheetah or lion. All these will come under that category. So we have now established aspect between Leo and Aries. We have established the aspect of Leo to Capricorn. We have aspect from Sagittarius to Virgo. We have an aspect from Cancer to Aquarius and Aquarius to Cancer. In this way, on the nature of movable, fixed, and in between movable and fixed. Kinetic energy, potential energy, and in between movable and fixed state is also the entire universe is also in between stage. So that between stage is also being addressed. So in this way, Maharshi completely gives a general, and by taking a beautiful example and establishing the truth by taking this type of nature of science, and it should be applicable to all science. Oh, how you say that all science? Now, when it comes Rukshani, right? Ruksha and Rukshani. Rukshani is a plural word. So when we take Ruksha, that is 60. When we divide by 12, the remainder is 0. 0 means when the remainder is 0, you have to take it as 12. Because 60, when we see 4, that is 48. When we remove, the remainder is 12. So 12 means it should be either 12th sign, that is from Aries, the 12th sign is Pisces. Because Abhipasyant Rukshani, from Abhi, it is Karka Rashi, it is Cancer, the 12th sign is Gemini. So in this way, plural nature, that is, again we'll have a aspect between Pisces and Gemini. So that is also aspect we have to consider. But generally, when Ruksha means 12 signs. In this way, all the 12 signs. In what way? That is movable, fixed, which is established by Abhimukha Drishti, and fixed to movable, that is established by Parsabhecha, and the lateral view, that is side view of Sagittarius to Virgo. That is how Maharshi established the nature of vision. Now we have here in this that is 3 types. One is movable, fixed and real. Just like Abhi, Pasyanti, Kshani, that is 3. Parsa, Bhe, Cha, 3. So not only Sutra tells about the nature of science and their aspects, the beauty of Sutra, that is how it is constructed, is also very important. Now when we look into many books and authority Sanskrit books, some of the versions take Avipasyant Rukshani Parsva Bhecha as one single sutra. So it is not right. We have to distinguish between a frontal view and a lateral view. In this way, the sutra forms, and also it forms mantra. So many books only tell about these aspects with respect, with the help of karikas or references from other sources, which we do not take. I don't demean anything. It means that we should have faith in sutras. So sutras, when we have properly, when we can draw meaning from sutras directly, do we require any Vruddhakarikas? So if we require, we have to take wherever it is required. But we should not rely entirely on Vruddhakarikas. It's not important. Sutra is very important. Sutra is very the source of all this is Sutra itself. So without Sutra, there is no any Karika. So Sutra, when we don't focus on Sutra, that's why these people all get all into confusions of Karikas and sorts of commentaries like Palaratnamala, Somalata, all sorts of books they look out without any understanding the Sutra itself. So in this way, Parsabhecha is established. Okay, fine. Now, coming to next sutra, Tanishthascha Tadvatu. Tanishthascha Tadvatu means, now as we established the nature of vision for the science, that nature of vision of science authorize, give permission to any object which comes in their domain. That is the meaning of Tanishthascha Tadvatu. Tanishthascha, Nishtha means this is the way how it has the property or the way it which looks. That is a side look and a straight frontal look, and it is having 3 types of vision. So these 3 visions will be only granted to the one which comes into their sign. That means any object can come into that sign or domain. Whenever it comes into that domain, it has to take as per the rules. Just like when we go into any house, we have to act accordingly, not as per our own. So it's not on our own house. So when we go into someone's house, we have to just behave accordingly. In the same way, this is how Jaimini Sutra, Tanishtas Tattvato means that one which comes into, stays into that sign, whatever is the sign, that is either Cancer or Leo or Sagittarius or Virgo or Aquarius or Capricorn or Aries. These are examples. Gemini or Pisces. These signs, when any planet or celestial object or any object comes and within that domain, that limit, it will have the vision what is being granted by the sign, but not itself. So planets or any celestial objects doesn't have their own independent view, but I'll come later on to this aspect. This is very, very difficult and tough subject, but just to make these things very simple, I take this sutra as here only. That means Tanishthasta Tadbratu means the one which comes and stays in that science, according to their nature, it will aspect the vision. So there it will have that vision only, not other than that. Okay? So today for the time being, we'll take leave. Hari Om Tat Sat.